your future self will somehow be more motivated, more organized, and just magically become that person. Yeah, that's not happening. This is how you build that person on purpose. Here's the truth no influencer is going to say, because it doesn't sell. Motivation is not a plan, it's a mood.
Oh, stupid hard work. I'll put an end to that.
You're not broken. You've just been conditioned to believe that motivation is all you need. But success, real success, isn't built on motivation. It's built on identity, habits, and systems. It's built on work. It's built on behavior change. It's the change part that gets us all stuck in place and lost in coping and excuses. And this video is your wake-up call and your action plan. Not just to try harder, but to finally stop starting over. Let's get into it. We're flipping the script. You don't need to feel ready. You need to build consistency. Here's how. Identity, habits, systems. This is the framework of consistency. Each layer builds on the last, and this is where your discipline actually comes from. Let's build this step by step. Go grab a notebook and a working pen. Ready? Step 1, identity. Decide who you're becoming.
Who the hell is that?
Let's get this straight. You're not trying to be consistent. You're becoming the type of person who shows up. Right now, your identity is probably reactive, governed by your mood, and almost definitely automatic. You hope you follow through. You hope you'll eventually just change. You try to be disciplined. You feel like an imposter, a mindset of fake it till you make it. But when you don't believe yourself, your faking falls short and you make it nowhere but the beginning of this start-stop cycle. But consistency starts the moment you say, I'm the kind of person who. Not, I hope I become someone who. You don't brush your teeth every day because you're motivated. You brush your teeth every day because that's what normal people do. It's who you are. You know how this action serves you long term, and you're the kind of person who doesn't walk around with crusty molars. I hope. Same with fitness. You want to stop starting over? Anchor it in identity. The type of person who works out, works out. The type of person who eats well, eats well. It's not about hype. It's about behavior. So here's your action plan for this step. 1, write down the identity you're claiming. For example, I'm the kind of person who lifts weights 3 times a week. I'm the kind of person who takes care or ownership of their health. 2, list 3 traits of that person. For example, focused, structured, grounded. And 3, name your new identity. Give it a label you believe in. Say it out loud. Own it. Let this identity be the filter for your decisions. Step 2, habits. Create small wins that prove it.
You've probably seen me do this hundreds of times, and you'll see me do it hundreds of times again.
Habits are how your new identity gets traction. Listen, you don't need a perfectly curated morning routine with cold plunges, lemon water, 90 minutes of meditation, and journaling under a salt lamp. Honestly, taking 3 deep breaths and having a giant glass of water, with or without lemon, before doom scrolling might actually be the habit that really changes your life. Because habits don't have to be dramatic, they have to be repeatable. Think of habits like reps for your identity. Every time you follow through, you're casting a vote for who you're becoming. The type of person who shows up doesn't need to be perfect. You're not gonna wake up one day and magically start craving vegetables. You become that person by stacking small wins. Not revolutionary overhauls, but instead, put your gym shoes by the door, pre-log your food, say no to the snooze button 3 days in a row. And you know what builds momentum? Micro wins, done daily. And the best way to build them, habit stacking. Habit stacking is where the magic happens. It's one of the fastest ways to anchor a new habit to an existing one. You don't create time, you attach actions. Here's how it works. After I, current habit, I will, new habit. For example, after I pour myself my morning coffee, I'll have my 10 ounces of water. After I brush my teeth, I'll prep my workout clothes and shoes for the next day. After I check social media, I'll stand and stretch for 2 minutes. It's not just practical, it's psychological. You're using your current identity to pull forward your future self. The habit is small, but the win is massive. The effect compounds the momentum. So here's your action plan for building and stacking your habit. 1, pick one tiny habit that reflects your new identity. 2, use the after I blank, I will blank formula. 3, track it, reward it, stack it, review your current identity, reframe your new identity, and stack in another habit that aligns with that identity. You're not building a habit, you're building proof. And that proof becomes who you are. And step 3, systems. Make it hard to fail.
Good thing I got me a system.
If your plan relies on future you being a totally different person with perfect energy, 0 distractions, and no emotional baggage, congrats! You've built a fantasy. Systems aren't for your best days. They're for the days you don't want to do anything. A good system should work when you're tired, cranky, bloated, running late, and slightly dead inside. Otherwise, it's not a system. It's a motivational fever dream. Think prepped gym clothes, pre-logged meal, workouts on your calendar with an alarm that says, do not betray yourself. That's a system. And it works because it's boring, but boring gets results. So let's talk systems. This is where most people quit. They know what they want to do, but they never build a system to support it. You're not lazy. You just don't have systems. You've been trying to rely on hope like it's a productivity hack. I hope I have time. I hope I'll feel up to it. I hope my future self is less tired, more organized, and has a less crazy life, and somehow be a completely different person. Spoiler, you won't be. Systems are the difference between I try to work out and I work out. Systems are how you make follow-through frictionless. Systems are built on habit stacking that lead to repeated behavior that proves the identity of who you're building. You don't wait for inspiration to brush your teeth. You built in cues. Bathroom mirror, time to brush. Same for workouts. You stack them with what's already happening. No system, you rely on emotions. Good system, you rely on momentum. You wouldn't wait to feel inspired to put pants on before work, I hope. So why are you waiting to feel motivated to do what your future needs? Systems are just adult training wheels for consistency, and everyone needs them. And yes, habit stacking is your first system. It's the bridge from habit to structure. Once it's anchored, you build scaffolding. Batch meal preps on Sunday. Set workout appointments like meetings. Create if-then triggers. If I get stuck scrolling, then I'll go for a walk. This is where you set yourself up to win. So here's your action plan for building your systems. 1, audit your day. Where do you lose time or decision power? 2, build a system that removes friction and limits choices and builds the identity you're building. And 3, stack habits plus pre-decided systems equals your consistency machine. The simpler it is, the more powerful it becomes because it gets done. So let's bring it home. Discipline isn't what you start with. It's what you earn through consistency. You don't need more motivation. That's what got you started. You need more proof, a structure that withstands emotional tsunamis. Discipline is saying, I matter enough to show up for me. Discipline isn't willpower. It's structured, tangible behavior that emerges in identity. You don't start with discipline. Discipline becomes the proof of action, of calculated, intentional, consistent action. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect that comes with proof, even if and especially when no one is watching but you. So let's address the root lie that keeps most people stuck. Motivation is not the foundation. It's the call to action. It's the invitation. It's that flash of clarity when you realize something's got to change. Motivation fades. If you don't follow that call with systems and habits that center around your identity, it just becomes another false start. Most people use motivation as an excuse not to work. They say, I just need to get motivated again. But what they mean is, I don't want to do the boring, unsexy work that doesn't get me immediate results. Motivation is what got you to click on this video. Work is what changes your life. You don't need to start over, you need to start becoming. And today you built a framework to do it. If you want to move past motivation, then comment below, what identity are you claiming? Next week, I'll be exposing lies the fitness industry sells you, so you stay stuck in this motivation loop, and on how the system is rigged, and I'll show you how to break out of it. So be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss that. And send this to someone who is always starting, but never doing. Until next time, train hard and think harder.